Hey, what's happening? I'm Ross. Today, the Biden administration released a new update on the loan forgiveness process and also a sneak peek at the loan forgiveness application. So I'm gonna hop into the story and I got some screenshots of the application. This is out of the USA Today. This is October 11, 2022. Chris Quintana and Joey Garrison. Student loan forgiveness application form unveiled, but White House still not ready to launch. In the face of multiple legal challenges, the White House on Tuesday released a preview of the application form for the president's one-time student debt relief cancellation. The application, which will be accessible on cell phones as well as computers, will be published in both English and Spanish and designed for people with disabilities. It will require entering a social security number. It will require entering a social security number. The application also will require the borrower to sign and agree to a form about what they earn. Anyone who is found to have provided false information will be subject to significant fines and perhaps jail time. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. They're saying they're going to go after people if you lie about it. So, according to White House officials, I'm surprised they're not going to compare it with your tax records. I would think they're going to compare it with your tax records. But so don't be out there lying because you may get away with it for a minute or two, but at some point they may come back and find you. And there's a lot of people that don't like this program, so they may be digging through everything to figure it out too. Officials describe the application as simple and straightforward, keep to a minimum, and was designed after being tested. When the form will go live is still up in the air, however. We don't have an announcement to make on the launch date, a White House official said on a call with reporters. Biden's senior administration officials who spoke to the reporters on the condition of anonymity said it's full steam ahead with the student loan cancellation plan, even amid legal challenges from Republican-led states. Officials did not provide a release date or a website where borrowers can access the application, but said the White House is on track for an October launch after initially targeting early October. You know, earlier he had said they were going to come out early October. That hasn't happened. They're still trying to push it through. There are some people that are mounting challenges in the court. I don't know. I'm skeptical they're going to be able to get this done in October. I do believe, though, the faster they can move, the better, because courts don't have time to catch up. And I think if they wipe the debt away, then I don't think they're going to go back. Borrowers are eligible to receive $10,000 or $20,000 in debt relief, depending on their income and whether they received a Pell Grant in college. The Education Department has said borrowers who apply in October could have a chunk of their debt wiped out as soon as November. If you make under, I think, $125,000 and you have at least $10,000 in student loans, and they are with the federal government, you can get those wiped away. Not private loans, but federal government, the ones with the Department of Education, you can get up to $10,000 wiped away. If at any point in time you had a Pell Grant while you were in college, you can get up to $20,000 wiped away, provided you don't make more than $125,000. And I don't think it's like $125,000 is a cutoff. It's not like it's graduated. You lose a little bit as you go over 125. I think 125 is a cutoff. If you make 125.01, I don't think you're eligible. But I'm just some random on the internet. Do your own research. Also, I think you should apply as quickly as possible. Whenever this application is live, you should go in there and apply as quickly as possible. Like I said, there are people mounting challenges. So I think if he can, whatever you can get in before judges halt it or something is stopped, it's in your best interest to do that. Because they're saying if you apply in October, you could have your debt wiped out in November. So at most that's 60 days. Well, October's almost gone, but theoretically you could apply October 1 and then have your debt wiped away by November 30th. That's 60 days. The feds have encouraged borrowers to file their forms by November 15th if they want debt cancellation applied to their balances before the end of a freeze on payments that began during the pandemic and ends in January. Borrowers will have through the end of 2023 to apply for student debt relief. Moratorium on student loan interest and payments is over January. At least that's what they're saying. They've said it before, but I think if they can get this, if the Biden administration can get the student loan forgiveness through, I think then they will follow up with, reinstituting student loan payments at that point in time. But they're saying if you want to get rid of the debt before you have to pay again in January, you've got to have your application in by November 15th. So that's it. I got a link in the description to the actual article and a link to the sneak peek of the loan forgiveness applications. If you got any value out of this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will help me out immensely. I appreciate it. Peace.